Okay. Okay, this will be a funny one. You've seen these before, you've seen me do these before, but we're still going to make it look nice. It's a funny, it's what I call it that's funny. So let's see if we can make this one come up a treat, even though it's very boring, colour-wise and all that shit. So I'm going to go here. Make it contrasty a little bit. Lighten it off. Sharpen it up, whatever we're doing here as we normally would. Leaving out the black this time. So let's see what we can do with this funny, well, it's funny in my mind, but most people see it as mundane. But it is Taaaget. Taaaget, or it's, there we go, Taaaget. That's a bed, and that's a person. I'm trying to decide what we're going to use. We're going to use the person. We're doing that. We've done a lot of bedding catalogues anyway, even though that does look nice colour-wise compared with this. But we're just going to give it a whirligig treatment. Let's give it a whirligig that, and see what we get. See if Taaaget has come out nice. I call it Taaaget instead of Taaaget because people just started calling it Taaaget, and I just like the term. It's meant to be a bit of a joke about pretending it's a rich person's place. Taaaget, like Taaaget, J means sounds really posh, but it's not posh. It's just Taaaget. Although Taaaget don't just sell their own stuff. Apparently they do sell a lot of designer stuff as well. So maybe the people who made that joke about Taaaget calling it Taaaget may not be that far off anyway, because you can get some really good stuff. I bought lots of stuff from Taaaget, as I like to call it. I wouldn't buy any electronics that come from a Taaaget brand. I always want to stick to well-known brands, because even though well-known brands are capitalist piggies, they can't be worse than the cheap and nasty electronics that you sometimes find in department stores. It seems inappropriate to make electronics products from a department store like a cheap brand. I don't like those, because electronics, when they become rubbish, must be disposed of properly, and the less rubbish you make from rubbish electronics, the less you have to be careful how you dispose them. You've got to get them recycled if they don't work. And basically, I've got a gut feeling, or actually there was an article which was published in 2015 which said that only 10% of electronics actually get recycled, which is really bad. It's really dangerous for our planet because it contains things like mercury, cadmium, lead, and it's just so toxic, and you just can't play around like that. You've got to make sure you do it the right way, and it's really quite inconvenient having to recycle them, but hey, it's our planet, so the best thing is not to buy a piece of shit kit in the first place. You've got to buy really good ones that are known to last a long time, but sometimes even big companies can get it wrong too. So basically, yeah, you've got to be careful what you buy, because electronics are mainly designed for the dump. You know, it's there to make the CEO lots of money, and they don't, because they're not nerds and geeks, they don't care about the industry that they work in. And this looks very blue. In some ways I like it, but in other ways I'm thinking I might have to change something. But I do like the overall composition, so I think that'll be the centerpiece. We're just going to go, and we left it on text photo printed, but so we're going to keep it on that, even though we normally use copied paper. Maybe that was a happy accident. So we're just going to go, and we're going to do some work here. We're going to add some red. We're going to make it a little bit warm. Add red, and also we're going to add some warmth to the hue. So we're going to try and get some greens and some other bits in there, because normally when we work negative positive it comes out looking really cold, so there you have to add a bit of warmth to it. Still looks quite nice with the cold colours, but I think the person's face, I'd want it to look a bit warmer. I want more range in the colours, so that looks a bit better. Now we've got a more warmer result. You can see there's more green instead of just blue, so that looks a lot nicer. So I'm just going to put the first one away, and I'm wondering if we're going to use this one. So we're just going to put our first two away from here. We just don't want them in the picture when I do it. So we've still got that edge, but we're working on the inside, so we don't have to worry about that so much. So we're just going to press off another before we end up getting auto cleared from chit-chatting too long. So let's see if we can make this into a nice 4-way mirror image. So let's see how that one comes out. So we've got our Taaaget. Taaaget. Okay, Taaaget. That rhymes actually. It's a nice little rhyme. Okay, Taaaget. Yeah. Okay, that looks good. That looks really nice. We're just going to print off 2 mirror images, and this will be, and then light on the bed, and then it'll be done. ready to upload to YouTube or Facebook, or wherever else I deem it a good place to upload this shit. Even though a lot of people probably don't understand. Well, they don't understand my shit. I've had at times some pretty nasty comments about my videos. But anyway, the show, as the old saying goes, despite all that, the show must go on. And the show must go on. I've got to keep the show going. I can't let a few trolls get me to stop. It's none of their fucking business. So if they want to troll my page, well, so fine. There is room for criticism, you know. Not everyone has the same ideas as each other. It's a shame that mankind can't be something wonderful for everyone, you know, that everyone's kind to themselves and kind to their friends, or kind to people in general. Not just, you know, maybe if people are kind to themselves, they're less likely to be unkind to others. So basically, it'd be nice if the world could be a happy place for everyone, and there's no fighting or no trolling in the case of the internet. Anyway, that looks interesting. They look almost like love hearts. But anyway, look at that. I really like this design overall. It's a little bit, I just shifted. It's not quite perfectly placed, but hey, you can't get that. So that looks really good. And I got to go. Taaaget!